Hi everybody, welcome back to Purpose Fit. My name is Paula and I have a flow to get you into a headstand today. So good for somebody hopefully who maybe is a beginner to headstands, or if you're new to headstands and still working on it. I'll be giving a lot of cues and things that I find helpful so you can get into a strong headstand, as well as poses that help you build the strength that you need to stay in a good headstand for longer than a second or two. So whenever you're ready, you can join me seated on your mat. Settling in, closing down your eyes, and breathing. You shouldn't need any props for today. If it does make you feel more comfortable, you can absolutely find a wall to be up against, but hopefully we can do this away from the wall and feel really comfortable and safe doing it away from the wall, just building our strength into it. So settling yourself in, feeling whatever you're feeling right now, because when we are trying something new and maybe trying an inversion like a headstand, it can feel a little bit scary. So already give yourself a pat on the back for clicking on this video, taking a chance, deciding that you're going to do this, that you're going to do your best and forget the rest. Breathing really deep as you do. Settling in. Your best is enough today. And maybe you can get into a headstand and stay there for a long time. Maybe it doesn't quite happen today and you'll get it next time. Both scenarios are perfectly good, perfectly fine. Breathe here and let everything else go. Let every other worry and care go. Let every hesitation go. Invite yourself to really be open to learning, open to trying new things, open to practicing in a way that maybe isn't as familiar. Take one more full breath. Set an intention for your practice. Inhale to feel it settle in your heart. Exhale, relax away any last remaining bits of self-doubt. And when you're ready, let your eyes open. Let yourself find a nice tall seat. We're going to bring the hands out to the sides, palms facing forward. Do your best to inhale, reach up and overhead. Exhale, relax down. So we're going to do this a few times today. And as you're doing it, try to keep the palms facing forward, keep the fingertips spread nice and wide, and right away pay attention to what's happening in the shoulders. So do your best to avoid crunching the shoulders up to the ears. Keep lots of space in the sides of the neck. Keep lots of length in the sides of the waist. Do your best. One more breath. Good job. Hands behind the head, elbows nice and wide. Gently exhale to feel your chin tuck in towards your neck. So rather than dropping your head down and putting all the weight of your hands into your head, actively tuck your chin in and up so you feel that stretch in the back of the neck. And then you just use very, very gentle pressure on your hands against your head to feel the back of the neck lengthen. One more breath. Inhale to lift your chin opposite. Feel your head really pressing into your hands as you lengthen everything up towards the ceiling. Chin lifts. And then from here, let the hands relax. Bring the left ear to left shoulder. Inhale, center. right ear to right shoulder. Inhale, center. Good. Find your tabletop. Taking your time to get there. So getting really strong in the hands, the upper body, spreading the fingertips out nice and wide, shoulders over wrists, hips over knees. Taking a wrist stretch to begin here. So flip your fingertips around to face your legs or to point towards your legs. If you can't get all the way, just get out to the sides or as far as you can. And then shift back and forth to find a good stretch for you. You're probably not going to be putting all of your weight into your hands, but you're getting some weight there as you shift forward and back. Pull the belly button in and up for one more breath. Good, and then we're going to flip around. So making a fist with each hand, putting the tops of your fists together, and then bringing the backs of your hands into your mat. From there, you straighten up your elbows as best you can. So a lot of us can't get totally straight, and that's okay. You're keeping that tight fist with your fingers though, and straightening the elbows as best you can. And then playing again with the weight that you're putting in your hands. Kind of one of those weird, humbling stretches that remind you of all that typing on our keyboards and phones that we do. Good job. Relax and unwind and find your strong tabletop again. Fingertips grip down. You have lots of strength as you roll the shoulders back and down and lift the chest forward. Inhale to kick the right leg back, left arm forward. Hold and find your balance. Take one more breath to lift up. Feel that length. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale, reach, lift the back leg from the inner thigh. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to reach. Exhale to bring it in. Scoop the belly button in and up. Inhale, reach. Keep a nice flat back. Exhale in. Couple more. Reach. And in. One more. Reach. And in. Good job. Reach and hold. Big inhale. Exhale to set your left hand down. Bring your right foot all the way through in between the hands. Low lunge. You could double up your mat under your left knee if you need to. So staying nice and low here, lifting up high, or if you want to, right away reach the arms up and back to find that openness through the chest, stretch through the upper back. One more breath. Exhale, hands go down, and we'll switch to the other side. So finding the tabletop, hopefully more gracefully than I did. Kicking the left leg back and the right arm forward. Doing the best we can here. Inhale, lift. Exhale, elbow to knee. Strength through the arm and the leg. Lift. Exhale in. Inhale, lift and reach. Exhale in. Flat back. Core strong. Connecting elbow and knee as best you can. Reach and in. Couple more. Reach. In. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, reach and let's hold. And then bring the hand down, sweep the left leg all the way through for your low lunge. Make sure you give yourself enough space so that you can bend deep into that front knee. Picking your option, maybe you prop up, maybe you reach nice and tall, thinking up and over that back leg as you press the hips forward. Exhale to bring the hands down. Nice and easy. We'll take it back. Tucking the toes, lifting the knees. First, high plank. So it's getting strong through the upper body here. Feeling the upper back pressing up towards the ceiling. Feeling a nice straight line from the crown of the head to the heels. One more big breath. Exhale to squeeze the elbows back and into the sides of the waist as you lower all the way down to your mat. Core strong, pull belly button in and up. Inhale, lift, baby cobra. Exhale, lower, and sit back to child's pose. So taking the knees pretty wide here so you can really focus on stretching the hands forward as far as you can go and relaxing the chest straight down. Use that to lengthen your spine. Find some more space in the upper back and the chest. Take one more solid breath. Inhale to bring yourself up. Tuck the toes, lift the hips, downward facing dog. First one, so you can move around. Give yourself the liberty of moving around, of finding some fluid and natural movement. When you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg nice and high. Exhale, the right knee to the outside of the right elbow. Inhale, lift. Exhale in. Inhale, lift. Exhale in. Try one more, lift. Exhale in. Inhale, lift that leg from the inner thigh. Square hips. Exhale, bring it through in between the hands. Back heel goes down for warrior one. So warrior one, hips are still square to the front of the mat. You drop the tailbone down as you lift the hands as tall as you can. Now we're back into the palms facing forward again. Exhale to lean yourself forward halfway. And then keeping this lean, belly button pulling in and up. Exhale, hands sweep down, fingertips to the sides of your waist or side of your hips. Inhale to reach up. Exhale down. Inhale, reach up. Keep going. Keep breathing. Keep a deep bend in the front knee. Pressing through the back heel to keep you nice and stable. Couple more. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale. And exhale. Good job. Inhale to lift up. Hands reach overhead. We'll bring the right hand on top of the left. If you can see, still palms facing forward, right hand on top of left. Inhale to reach tall. Exhale to lean forward halfway. Option to stay right here or lift off of that back foot for a warrior three variation. Fingertips reaching forward. Lift from the inner thigh of that left leg. One more breath. Slowly, everybody make your way to the top of your mat for chair pose. Hands are still stacked. If you can, sit the hips nice and low. Inhale to lift. Exhale, see if you can sit slightly lower. And then exhale, hands down. Inhale, sweep it up. Exhale, hands down. Inhale, sweep. Just a couple more. Good job. Inhale to stand nice and tall. Exhale, baby back bend. Really open up. Feel the chest lift. Inhale, lift tall again. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, press strong with the hands into the legs, lengthen the waist. Exhale, fold. Take a vinyasa. So inhaling into your plank. Knees up or down, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale, shoulders back, chest forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take one more breath to settle. And then same thing, other side. Inhale to lift the left leg. Exhale, left knee to the outside of the left elbow. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring it through. Inhale, reach. Exhale, through. Just one more, reach. And through. Good job. Inhale, three-leg dog. Exhale, foot all the way in between the hands. Back heel goes down. Warrior one. I find myself almost always putting my hands to hips in warrior one because we have the tendency to open up. Try to pull the right hip forward, left hip back for this one. Lifting nice and tall when you're ready. Palms face forward. Exhale, lean forward halfway. Bending into that front knee more if you can. Exhale, sweep the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. You're doing a really good job. Keep that nice, straight, strong line. Crown of the head to the back heel. One more breath. Inhale, lift tall. This time the left hand on top of the right. Inhale, reach. Exhale forward, halfway, maybe pausing or lifting up into a version of warrior 3. Level out the hips as best you can. One more breath. Unwind as easy as you can. Chair pose, top of your mat. Inhale, feel some lift through the chest. Exhale, drop the tailbone down more. And then sweep the hands. Inhale, lift. Exhale, sweep. Draw the shoulder blades together. Inhale, keep the shoulders away from ears. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. Inhale, lift. Just one more. Down. Lift. Inhale, reach tall, straighten the legs. Exhale, baby back bend. Feel the hip points moving forward as the core is engaged. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Take a vinyasa or skip it. We'll meet in downward facing dog. So settling ourselves in here, taking a deep breath to set up. And then we're going to drop the knees, walk the hands forward as far as you can for puppy pose. So keeping the hips over top of the knees, mostly, letting the chest drop straight down. Feeling the shoulders drop down away from the ears and move the shoulder blades down your back as you drop your heart closer to your mat. Stay in this pose a little bit longer, maybe slightly past that level of comfort. Really reach long through the fingertips, straighten the elbows as best you can. One more breath. Pull that belly button in nice and strong to lift yourself back to center. And we will set up for a forearm plank. So, our perfect form, that'll be for forearm plank and for our headstand when we get into it. Grab your opposite elbows. And this gives you kind of that position where this gives you kind of that position where the elbows are right underneath the shoulders. So you want to keep that space in between your elbows, grabbing opposite elbows, and then just letting the elbows stay where they are and bringing the hands out, interlacing the fingers or placing them flat, whatever you like for forearm plank. So important to keep those shoulders underneath or over top of the elbows. Maybe you're right here on your knees. Maybe you lift all the way up. And then see if you can avoid putting all your weight into your elbows. Really press the wrists and the hands down into your mat. Holding and breathing here. Just getting secure with your forearm plank. Pulling the belly button in and up. Well, now we're going to move in and out through dolphin. This is one of the best poses, flows for building strength for any arm balance or inversion. So when you're ready, walk your feet in as you lift your hips and bring your head in between your arms. Exhale to walk out, forearm plank. Inhale to walk in. Exhale, walk out. Inhale, lift. Exhale out. So do your best. Everything else does not matter. Going in and out of this, feeling more secure, more comfortable every single time, using more strength of your core every single time, and maybe feeling more weight shift forward into the arms every time you go. Try a couple more breaths. One more. Good job. Relax the knees down. Relax back into a child's pose, letting the hands reach out. If you want more of a break for your shoulders, you can bring your hands around towards your feet. Tuck your chin. Good job. And then when you are ready, we will find our handstand. So give yourself time to close your eyes, sit in with your intention, sit in with everything you're feeling right now. Catch up with a few deep breaths. You're going to do your best and forget the rest. So if you want to get up against your wall, go ahead, but you can do it without. So again, lining up your elbows, finding that perfect square, dropping it down, bringing the hands out. Now you want to interlace your fingers and give yourself enough space to put your head right in that cup of your hands so you have somewhere to land, right? And then the center of the top of your head comes down to the ground. Your hands right behind your head for support. And from here, you're going to do your best to tuck the toes, lift the hips. So right away, just getting a little bit of weight into your hands, into your upper body, into your arms. Feel what that's like. Feel that pressure at the crown of the head. It's okay, just breathe. Maybe you slowly shift more, walking the toes in, stacking the hips over the shoulders, feeling the core engaged to lift the tailbone. Pressing into the hands and the elbows, keeping the elbows drawn in. And then relax back down, take a breath, take a moment, keeping your head relatively low, not sitting all the way up too quick. Shoulders relax down away from your ears. Decide right now that that might be all that you do today, and that will be enough. If you want to try again, take it again, you can do that. So set yourself up, adjust in whatever way you need to. Keep the elbows from walking out to the sides. Lift your hips up, walk the feet in. Maybe, just maybe, 1 foot or 2 feet. Come up, and you can stay right here in this little tuck if that's a good place, if it's a place that feels comfortable. And then slowly dropping 1 foot, dropping 2 feet. Knees down, head off the mat. So I do like to practice with that tuck because it does encourage you to keep strength in your core. Instead of kicking the legs up and kind of flailing about, that's usually when you feel like you need the wall. If you're keeping the knees tucked in, you have to use your core strength more. You take it slower. You have a lot more control and it doesn't feel so wobbly. So try it again. Elbows in, squeeze them in, keep that feeling, lift the hips up, maybe add 1 foot, maybe add both, maybe stacking the knees up over the hips and then straightening out the legs, squeezing them together. And then slowly draw the knees back, 1 foot and 2 feet. Relax it on down. Keep the head low for a moment. Let your brain catch up with what your body just did. And then slowly you can sit up and relax. You did it. Really good work. Flip over onto your back and we'll unwind a bit. Give yourself time to settle in. Squeezing the knees in towards the chest. Taking a slightly different inversion here, we'll get into a bridge pose. So whenever you're ready, plant your feet, hip distance apart. Lower back presses into the mat just to engage the core. Inhale to lift up any amount that works. Shoulder blades together underneath you. Hands pressed down beside you. If you can take the hands all the way underneath for that chest opener option, go ahead and do that. Squeeze the knees together. Lift the heart slightly higher for one more breath. Relax it on down. Good. Take your time, and when your tailbone does touch the mat, you can let the knees go side to side like windshield wipers. Cool. Relaxing on out. Bringing the knees back into the chest when you're ready. Hands out to a T. Drop them over to the right side. Working to just stack your knees as best as you can. Keeping your shoulders into the mat. Maybe looking over the left shoulder for your full extension through the entire spine. Relax and let go as much as you can here. Relax and breathe as much as you can here. Let more of you sink into your mat. Let more of you let go. Inhale yourself back to center. Draw the knees back in. Adjust the hips if you need to, and then drop right over to the left side, keeping, again, that upper body really secure on the ground. Looking over to the right, if it works for you, to really extend. Try to avoid any feelings of pulling yourself down or forcing yourself into a position. Just really allow the letting go, the submission to gravity, relax you into this pose even more. We spend a little time working against gravity. Now we're going to let it work for us. Inhale yourself back to center. Adjust. Settle in, and we'll get into final Shavasana. Getting nice and flat on your mat, doing your best. Again, let gravity have everything here. Let your mat have every single ounce of you as you let go. Doing your best here to feel how you feel after doing those inversions, what it feels like to reverse your blood flow a little bit, change your perspective. Using this time to just feel, just notice. There's no right or wrong answer. You're simply just taking note of what has changed for you. Letting yourself allow that change to happen. Allow that change to help you learn, help you grow. And then whenever you are ready, you can move out of your rest, knowing that this pose is always available to you as long as you need it. No rush. Take all the time that you have here. But when you are ready, gently, slowly move fingers and toes. Rock the head from side to side. Roll the ankles and wrists in little circles. And then maybe bending elbows and bending knees, and taking some time to bring the hands together behind your head and put all of the weight of your head into your hands. Gently lift up. Lifting your hands not lifting your head. It's kind of a tricky thing to do. Really put all the weight of your head into your hands and then maybe move around with the hands a little bit, rock side to side. Just feel that lengthening happening. Feel your skull kind of shifting away. And then relaxing down and rolling over to one side, pausing there for a breath or two as your reset. Back to that tall and comfortable seat when you are ready. Feeling yourself breathe easy when you get there. And then as you again are still noticing your change, noticing the changes in you, see if you can notice one aspect of your daily routine, daily life that isn't quite settling well with you, that you want to change. Is there a small way that you can make it slightly better for yourself? Start with a small idea, a small shift. Let it grow gradually, just the same as your strength and abilities in these more challenging poses will grow. So too will your positive habits in your daily life. And together we bring the hands to the third eye center, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. We bring the hands to the mouth, reminding us to speak clear and loving words, and we rest the hands at the heart, reminding us of our clear and loving intentions. Thank you for joining me for practice today. Namaste. Thanks again, everybody. I hope that you can come back to this and make some progress on your headstands. I hope it helped you. I look forward to training with purpose again with you very soon. Have a great day. Bye.